So I'm not gonna do the dream thing and like put a mask over my face and be like, oh, face reveal, guys. No, I'm not gonna do that. A lot of you guys already know what I look like, so I'm just gonna be straight up hello for anyone that hasn't seen me. For anyone watching this video, some people might miss it and still not know what I look like, but we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, I have to wait like a month to get my silver play button, because one thing that YouTubers don't tell you is that there's a wait time for the silver play button. For YouTube to like register that you have 100,000 subscribers, it takes like 3 or 4 days, something like that, just for like the system to register, and then you can get your check mark, and then you can put in a request to get the silver play button, and then it takes like 2 to 3 weeks. So unfortunately I don't have it yet for this video, but once I get it, I'll post a community post, or I'll post a short or something like that to put that out there. But yeah, by the time this is up, the giveaway should already be out, so check out my shorts feed and you might see the winners on there. If you didn't win, then good luck for the next one, because there's going to be a lot more winners for the next giveaways in the future, so keep that in mind. I'm planning to do like giveaways where I give away like 20 skin cases, so 20 winners, so your chances are a lot higher there. But I only do one winner in each of my giveaways. That is something I want to mention, because a lot of people are like, why didn't you pick me? I commented on your video. And it's like, number one, all the winners that I pick are completely random, like I don't handpick comments at all, and number two, I only do one winner per bundle, so that's why, you know, if you commented, you didn't get a bundle. So yeah, if you want to see the winners, check out my shorts feed, it's on there. But yeah, it's crazy to think, you know, I started the year with 25,000 subscribers, and well, here I am at 100,000, you know, in 1 year. Well, the year's not even over yet. So there's a good chance that by the end of the year, I will have gained 100,000 in 1 year. But if you didn't know, I actually started Rivals content when I already had 25,000 subscribers. So, you know, I've in a way, I've kind of gained 100,000 subscribers from Rivals, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I did gain about 25,000 before I started Rivals. I actually played Phantom Forces before this game, which I'll go a little more into that into the Q&A segment that's coming up. So I answer a lot of questions, and if you want to know more about me as a person, then go watch the Q&A questions. It is a little long. I tried to answer all the questions that I can. If I didn't get around to your Q&A question, it's either because you posted it after I recorded the segment, or I answered the question in some way in a previous question. I didn't try to, you know, answer the same question multiple times. So yeah. So what's my plan going forward after 100,000? I want to focus from here on out more about the quality of the videos rather than, you know, just like farming numbers, you know. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing skin case giveaways instead, because, you know, people aren't as excited about skin case giveaways. I think that there will be a lot more winners, and that's something that I am excited about. Basically, after 100,000, I'm more concerned about audience satisfaction than anything else, and that's something that I kind of want to get into more. You know, maybe like outsourcing some of my editing just to make the videos look way better, or, you know, having someone write a script for me, or just, you know, all that stuff pretty much. But yeah, let's move on to the Q&A segment. I recorded it outside, so I'm going to be touching grass in the Q&A segment. I'm going to be answering questions, and I'm actually going to be doing a car reveal, so if you're into cars, then stay tuned for that. Let's move on to the Q&A segment, which is outside. Alright, so I'm going to read some Q&A questions here. I'm going to make sure the mic's a little close. Also, sorry if I look a little dark right now. It's kind of an overcast day. I decided to record this outside just so I can touch grass. Alright, it says we have 104 questions, so oh boy. I can only record for 30 minutes at a time, so I'll keep a watch on the time. But first one comes from Kaye was taken. Okay. Will you ever make other content? Yeah, I plan on it sometimes. I want to move to variety Roblox content at some point. That would be great. Favorite movie / show? My favorite show is Breaking Bad. My favorite movie series is Indiana Jones. My favorite song, I don't actually have a favorite song, but some of my favorite bands are Alice in Chains and Pink Floyd. Pretty much anything like grunge rock I like a lot, and yeah, just rock in general pretty much. Will you ever make other contents outside of Roblox? Probably not, but it just depends. It kind of just depends on how things go. Are you Ed Sheeran? Do you have a secret fitness channel? No, I don't. That would be cool if I did, though. Which YouTubers might you be collabing or working with in future videos? I'm not sure. I have no idea. It just depends whoever comes up to me and says they want to work with me, pretty much. Do you have a girlfriend? And how old are you? I'm 20. Are you planning to get a girlfriend in the future? I mean, that would be great. How old are you? I'm 20. Answered that. Which other YouTuber do you or used to look up to when you started making videos? I actually started watching Dan TDM. Sorry, my cat's getting in the camera. I don't know if you guys can see that, but do you have a girlfriend? Already answered that. At any point while making videos, did you ever think about quitting? I did a couple times. Of course, I never really went through with it just because I enjoy making videos. It's what I do, so that's why I stuck to it. Okay, my cat's in the camera. How many YouTubers have you met in real life, specifically Rivals YouTubers? None, and I'm not sure if I ever really want to or will. Yeah. Nobody in specific. I mean, I don't live anywhere near like any other big areas like LA or anything like that. So, you know, I'm just kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. But what inspired you to make YouTube videos? I don't know. I kind of just saw like what everybody, you know, was doing. You know, they were getting, you know, a lot of fans and things like that, so I decided to do it myself. I always kind of liked making videos and being creative, so I kind of just use this as a creative outlet, and it's been pretty fun ever since. Do you like cats, and why do you like miniguns so much? Well, I mean, I have a cat right there, so that answers that question. And the minigun is OP. That's why it's the best gun. If you had the choice to bring any kind of gun to Rivals, what would it be? I'm not exactly sure in specific. Probably a honey badger, because I've used that in a lot of other FPS games and enjoyed it a lot. So if I were to bring one to the game, it would be that. When did you get into Rivals? Around the time that it came out, because before this I actually made Phantom Forces videos, and that's another FPS game on Roblox. And pretty much I would pick up and play any new FPS game that came to the platform, so I pretty much played it once it came out. But can you sing a song? No, I won't. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to sing like Shape of You or some sort of Ed Sheeran song, and it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. It's because I'm not Ed Sheeran, I tell you. Do you look like Ed Sheeran in real life? Bro, look at me. Look at me. Do I look like Ed Sheeran to you? I just bought my first PC. Any tips for Rivals? I mean, it kind of just depends on like, do you want like skillful tips, or my cat looks so angry at me right now. In terms of like skillful tips, I mean, you'll catch on to it pretty quick. I mean, it's a lot easier compared to like mobile or controller or anything like that. So nothing really wrong there. Just be sure to use a good quality mouse, and that's about it, you know, because sometimes your mouse can like lag or whatever, so that's something to keep in mind. How did you start YouTube? I mean, I used to look up to a lot of YouTube creators. I actually had a channel way before this. I made Roblox videos with the like in-game screen recorder, and it wasn't, they were bad videos, okay? That channel is never going to see the light of day unless if you get me to 1 million subscribers. Then maybe I'll consider it. But yeah, I kind of just started posting there, turned into a whole thing, and I've been doing it for years. I think I was like 10 when I started that channel, so I've been doing, you know, I've been making videos for about 10 years. So, I mean, this has been a long time coming. But what editing app do you use, and your age, and also are you married? I use Premiere Pro, and asking a 20-year-old if he's married is kind of crazy, but no, I'm not married, so that answers that question. Are you Ed Sheeran? Do I look like Ed Sheeran to you, Ozzy? No, I am not Ed Sheeran. I'm not even ginger. Look, I'm blonde, okay? I don't get it at all. It is kind of funny though, I can't lie. But what is your screen time weekly averaging? I actually have no idea, and I probably really don't want to know, because like I'd see all those hours that I spend on the computer, and I'd be like, wow, I could be doing something completely better with my time. But you know what, it's probably a lot. I can't even lie. Why did you start YouTube, and why Roblox Rivals? Also, will you be making other game videos? Last one, will you make Rivals gameplay videos and not ranking vids? I would love to do gameplay videos at some point. In fact, I think I have some coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. I pretty much started YouTube just, you know, I've mentioned this already before in a couple other questions, or, you know, kind of similarly. I just kind of did it for fun, you know, nothing too crazy. And Roblox Rivals just because I enjoyed the game. I always enjoy Roblox FPS games, so that's just what I chose. Milk or cereal first? The cereal always comes first. The milk never comes first, unless if you're pouring a second serving of cereal in the bowl that you just ate out of. Plain and simple. Anyone that disagrees with me, you're wrong. What's your favorite update so far? Probably either the Christmas update or the Halloween update. The weapons update was pretty fun too, but a lot of the updates I don't really remember because a lot of them actually came out way before I started Rivals content. So what method do you use to eat pizza? What do you mean, what method do you use to eat pizza? Do you mean like, do I eat it with like a fork and a knife? Because the answer is no. I grab a slice of pizza and I eat it like a normal person. I don't exactly know what other methods there are other than the fork method and the just straight up hands method, but I eat pizza just like anybody else would. We know you're Ed Sheeran, buddy. No need of a face reveal. Well, here I am right here. I look and sound nothing like him at all, and I'm not even ginger, so hopefully that answers your question. Bro, I'm being so passive aggressive with these. It's actually kind of funny. Why do you give away bundles at sub milestones? I mean, it's just a way to give back, I guess, a way to give back to the community, and also just because a lot more people subscribe when I do giveaways, and that's just the straight blunt truth. For the most part, it's just, you know, to give back to people, because I know a lot of people can't afford bundles, and I like to give away some to some less fortunate people. Do you plan to quit YouTube to make a family / because you want? Everyone will have to quit YouTube at some point. YouTube's very much a temporary job. It's not exactly a career, so I'm going to have to quit at some point, but I hope I don't have to quit for a long time. I hope I can do this as long as possible. Basically, I don't plan to quit until I have to, which probably won't be for a while. So yeah, that answers that. Are you planning to make videos on games similar to Rivals? Maybe at some point. I'd probably post them on some other channels that I have. How did you get 1K subs? This is actually pretty interesting because my first 1,000 subscribers was a very different experience compared to this. I got my first 1,000 subscribers because I posted like a meme video that somehow got like 1 million views. I deleted it a long time ago. I think that actually got me to close to 2,000 subscribers, but that's how that happened. It was a pretty bad video. I don't know how it blew up, but it did. So that's that. It's gone now, so you can never see that again. Haha. Have you ever had a time when you wanted to quit Rivals and do videos on other games? I've never particularly wanted to quit Rivals, but I have had the urge to make videos on other games that I enjoy just for fun. I'd like to make variety Roblox content at some point. Like, my dream is to be like Flamingo, for example. He's probably, in terms of Roblox content, my biggest inspiration. I love his videos, and I'd like to make, videos kind of similar to his one day. How much you make a day? It's actually not as much as you think. YouTube, depending on what niche you're in, YouTube doesn't pay that much for gaming creators, so it's not nothing, but it's not a lot at all. It's good money for, a 20-year-old full-time college student, pretty much, but it's really not that much. What's your dream in YouTube? I mean, I'd like to... It's kind of a weird question because I don't exactly know. I don't have like a long-term goal per se. I would like to be able to save up enough money to like buy a house. That would be pretty cool, just to be able to buy a house by making silly videos. That'd be great, but will that ever happen? I don't know. Do you do anything else for work apart from doing YouTube? I actually do. I actually work at a local TV station, which is pretty fun. I'm usually a camera operator, so if you've ever seen like broadcast guys like operate big cameras for special events, that's basically what I do. It's a pretty fun job. I like doing it. The scheduling's pretty dumb for that job though. Sometimes I work like all day long and then I won't work for an entire week. It is what it is, but it's a more professional form of content creation is what I should say. How did you come up with your channel name? This is actually pretty interesting because when I was creating my channel, I had no idea what to name it. So I'm really good at like playing on words, for example, right? So I had Roblox open on my computer, right? And I was like, okay, what can I do here? I looked behind me and I saw a can of Fanta that I had drank earlier. So I took the first 3 letters of that, F-A-N, fan, and at the time Tix was still in Roblox, so I just combined the two, Fantix, and it kind of rolled off the tongue really well. I thought Fantix sounded like a really cool name, so I stuck with it, and it's worked really well. How long did it take to get 25k subs? This is actually one of the more interesting questions I've had so far, but to get to 25k subs, it took years upon years. I actually hit 25k subs right before the start of this year. So from the start of this year to now, I've went from 25k to 100k. So yeah, I think I started this channel in like 2017, like June 2017, I believe is when I uploaded my first video here. So it took about 8 years to get to 25k, and then it took less than a year to get to 100. So it's crazy, The algorithm works in mysterious ways. Favorite non-video game thing to do? Yeah, probably lift weights. I love lifting weights. Yeah, I guess in terms of non-video game things, that's probably the number one thing I like to do. I go lift Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Any pets? Yeah, I got one right there. I have one cat, which that's one of them, and then I have a second one. I don't know where she's at. She might be inside. I don't know. favorite horror game, I wouldn't say exactly have a favorite horror game, but I guess right now it's No, I'm Not Human, which is, you know, a new indie horror game that I really like a lot. I watched Corey Kenshin play it and I thought it was a really cool game, but the exact time you were born, I'm actually not 100% sure. I think it was May 1st, but it was almost May 2nd. It was like 11:50 p.m. May 1st, something like that. So basically in the middle of the night. Well, not for me because I fall asleep at like 2 a.m., but it is what it is. Do you have heterochromia? No, actually both my eyes are blue. Yeah, different color eyes is actually super, super rare. It would be cool if I had that, but I don't. What was your favorite game to ever cover on this channel / favorite video you made? I guess Rivals would have to be like my most favorite game that I ever covered on here. I mean, I loved Phantom Forces a lot, but I played it and recorded so many videos on it, I kind of just got burned out of it, which is one of the reasons why I actually choose not to play Rivals in my free time, because I don't want to get burnt out on it because I have videos to make on this game, so I intentionally don't play it that much off camera. And I don't have a favorite video in specific, so that might change soon though, I don't know. Do you collect anything? If so, what? I used to collect a lot of pins and I'd put them on my backpack, but I took them all off, so I mean, if you count that, then maybe that. Why do people say your profile picture is Ed Sheeran? They don't say my profile picture is Ed Sheeran, they say I am Ed Sheeran. They say that me physically in the real world I look like Ed Sheeran, which maybe you see it, but I don't. How many months to play Rivals and how many Robux do you? I'm not exactly 100% sure what you mean by that. I mean, I've been playing Rivals since like it came out, which was like June last year, so probably over a year now. And I actually don't have that much Robux right now. I have less than 1,000, but the most Robux that I've ever had at once was 35,000 when someone paid me to make a video on their game, which that's an interesting story. Maybe I'll bring that up a little later. How did you start making YouTube videos and what motivated you to take this field? Also, don't get me wrong, but didn't you already show your face in older vids? Yeah, I guess I was motivated to start, you know, I kind of mentioned it earlier. So all those points plus, I do want to mention the YouTuber in specific that inspired me the most to make videos, and that was actually Dan TDM. He was one of my most favorite YouTubers when I was a kid, and I don't know, I just watched him all the time. Now, when I first started YouTube when I was like 10 years old and I was just making silly videos, I was actually inspired by a really old OG Roblox YouTuber. His name's Bear Ghost Games. He's not around anymore, but him and I guess Stampy Longnose, the best Minecraft YouTuber of all time. And yeah, I did show my face in my older vids, but I showed my face, and the last time I showed my face in a video was like before Rivals at all, so I've gained 75,000 subscribers since then, so that's why I'm doing this now and calling it a face reveal. Would you play a different game? Yes. Do you have any pets? Yes. What's your secret to that physique? I've been lifting weights for about 3 years, 3 times a week, push-pull legs, taking every set to failure. The only thing that I could improve on is probably my diet, because I like eating food. I like fast food. I can't lie about that. But, you know, I kind of just focus on eating, you know, plenty of protein, not eating too much, you know, not indulging myself in too much food. And I mean, lifting weights is the majority of what you need to do. Which state do you live in? I live in Kentucky. Is Ed Sheeran really not your twin? No, Ed Sheeran is not my twin. I am not British at all, and I'm not related to anyone that is British. My ancestors are British, but that does not mean that I am related to Ed Sheeran, okay? Would you ever grind a diamond minigun? Yes, that is actually the plan. I want to grind a diamond minigun. Plus, I would actually like to get whatever the purple wrap is. I don't remember the the name of the purple wrap right off the dome, but oh yeah, dark matter. Yes, I'd like to get dark matter on diamond minigun. Sorry, I'm outside. I can't think of Rivals things right now. How old were you when you started it, and did you get support? I started this channel when I was around 12 years old, and this is actually, I actually wanted to talk about this a little bit in this video, because this is where a little bit of the lore gets involved. My close family, of course, did support me. They've always supported me no matter what I did, but when I actually started making videos on this channel, my like close friends at school were not very nice about it. I remember, you know, once I blew up to 1,000 subscribers, I started posting like really consistently, not getting much views at all. I got like maybe 30 to 100 views per video, so not much at all. But what I will always remember is one time I walked into school, you know, just, it was probably like a random Tuesday, and I'd posted a video the day before of a video. It was a video on a game called Toka Kitchen, which is a mobile game. It was nothing special, but I walked up there and my close friends were sitting in the bleachers watching and laughing at my new video, calling it cringe and making fun of it. And that pissed me off so bad that from that moment on I was like, okay, I have to make this work, you know. And that's I've kind of stuck with it since then, because I don't know, I always just think about that. And a lot of my friends, they didn't believe I could do it, but here I am, 100,000 subscribers, and a lot of people that do support me now, which That's great. What's your opinion on auto shoot? Because it's very hard to play mobile without it. I think auto shoot should be on mobile, but it shouldn't be on controller, pretty much. It should probably be nerfed a little bit, like there should be a little more of a cooldown on auto shoot instead of just immediately shooting. But controller players definitely shouldn't have auto shoot, because there's genuinely some really good controller players out there, and I don't think controller is enough of a limiting factor for a lot of people. I don't think they need a crutch as insane as auto shoot, but auto shoot for mobile, I can kind of get behind that. Do you mew? I don't actually. I'm not sure if mewing even really does anything. I know a lot of people say it like rearranges your facial structure or whatever, but I don't know. I just stay kind of lean. My jawline is still just kind of chiseled as is, and it kind of always has been. I don't really keep too much fat in my face. Most of the fat I keep on my body is unfortunately in my lower abdomen, so if I ever wanted to get a 6-pack, then I'm gonna have to diet really hard. I've had a 4-pack in the past, and I kind of have one now, which you're not gonna see because I'm not showing my stomach to probably tens of thousands of people. What keyboard do you use? Here's actually a picture of it. It's a custom GK61 with MX black switches that I spray lubed. Yes, spray lubed. I know any keyboard enthusiast would start screaming at me, but it is what it is. I don't care. I've had no problems with it. And then I have some custom keycaps on it as well. It's a really cool keyboard, and I love it. It's been great. Do you have a master's degree, and are you a straight A student, or were you a straight A student? If I had a master's degree, then that would be great. I wouldn't be a full-time student right now, but no. I'm working towards my bachelor's right now. I'm about maybe a little over halfway done with it, so that's great. But no, I don't have a master's. That'd be great. And I was I've always been basically a straight A student. You know, I got a couple B's here and there. Yeah, I mean, I've always had pretty good grades in school. I've never really been really bad academically, but you know, I've had my bad classes, I've had my bad years, which everyone does, but yeah, I've always had pretty good grades. Why do you rank Rivals weapons? I mean, I think it's fun to do. It's something that not many YouTubers really do at all, and a lot of people really seem to enjoy watching that kind of content, so that's what I put out. It gets a lot of views. What is your real name? My name is Zane. It's a very unique name. I haven't met many other Zanes in my life. I have here and there, but it's a very uncommon name. It's pretty cool. I like my name. What are the components of your PC? I have a Ryzen 5 5600X and a 12GB overclocked 3060. I probably need to upgrade my PC somewhat soon. I know the RTX 50 series is out, so my graphics card is already 2 generations behind. I hate how they come out with a new graphics card every single year. Like, I'm not buying a whole new PC every 2 years. I'm sorry. I don't have that kind of money. But yeah, I probably do need to upgrade sometime soon. It works fine for now because all I do really is make Roblox videos. I don't, play any crazy games or anything like that. Have you ever touched grass? Bro, I'm outside right now, like literally. You know what? I'm gonna go record me touching grass right now, okay? Just for proof. Oh no, guys, look. I'm touching grass. How did you make it here? I know a lot of people actually want some YouTube advice, so I'm gonna give that. The main thing is thinking about what people want to see and what works. So you have to think about why should somebody click on your video. You have to think about what kind of value are you providing. If you want people to subscribe, you have to give them a reason to subscribe. You know, that's kind of why I do the giveaways. Not only do I want to give back, but it gives the people an incentive. It incentivizes them to subscribe to the channel, right? And you have to pick a pretty good niche. So a niche is like basically a specific topic, right? So if you do like Minecraft Let's Plays, you know, like every like 12-year-old kid has wanted to make Minecraft Let's Play videos, and if that's what you want to do, that's great, you know, make the content that you want to make. But if you make like, you know, very basic content that everybody has seen without providing anything extra, nobody's gonna watch. So that's why I've always seen success from doing specific games on the channel like Phantom Forces or Rivals, because those are, you know, they're smaller games, you know, there's more of a demand for that kind of content and less supply. You know, it comes back to 4th grade economics, supply and demand. It's, you know, a lot of people overthink it, but it kind of comes down to that. Did you do it alone, or are there people behind the scenes? I have actually completely done this all by myself. I've hired an editor once to do an intro for me, and that's just because I was burnt out on making videos, and that's great, but I have not paid any thumbnail makers. I've done the editing pretty much all by myself, and of course, you know, I've asked people for advice before, and none of it really helps me personally. I kind of just did what worked for me. What was your backstory? I kind of went over that a little bit before. Nothing crazy, you know. I didn't like, you know, I wasn't like birthed during a bank robbery with like 10 people killed behind the scenes, and I was just there, and I was, you know, I don't have any crazy backstories, you know. I wasn't dropped into a vat of acid. I'm not a super villain. I'm not a superhero. I'm just a normal guy. So that's kind of the beauty in this, though, you know, like a normal guy like me can set up a camera in his backyard and be able to reach tens of thousands of people, and that's great. What's your opinion on all the old games blowing up again and brain rot dies? I have seen this a little bit recently. I know Prison Life, which is a very, very classic Roblox game, has been blowing up a little bit more recently. That's great. And I think there's Counter Blocks has been blowing up again recently, and that's great. But I hate all the brain rot games, but sadly I don't think they're going anywhere. There's a lot of people that play like Steal a Brain Rot, Plants vs. Brain Rots, you know, whatever. I would even kind of consider Grow a Garden a brain rot game, even though it's not technically a brain rot game. It's just, you know, God, I hate brain rot, bro. I miss the days of Roblox to where all the games were cool. There was no flashy colors. It was just every game was well made, you know. Well, I wouldn't call them well made. Every game was not as simple, is what I should say. Car. Oh yeah, I have a pretty cool car. You know what? Y'all are coming with me. Here's my car. It's a pretty nice Camaro. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. What's your favorite place you have been to, and what's your favorite animal? My favorite place that I've ever been to is probably London, like United Kingdom, which, you know, a lot of Europeans are probably like, oh my God, an American that travels? No way. But yeah, I went to the United Kingdom over the New Year, and it was great. It was probably the best trip I ever took. And then after that, I went to Paris. So I've been to Paris and London. So the United Kingdom and France, I've been to both those places. I've also been to Mexico, which was pretty cool, but not as cool as London. And my favorite animal is probably either cats or foxes. I don't really have a favorite animal in specific, but I own 2 cats, so I guess that counts. Do you have a pet? I've answered that. How do you make such big giveaways? They're really not that big at all. Like, for every giveaway I do 1 winner per bundle, so that's like the most I've spent on a giveaway is like $50. Nothing crazy at all. I just heard a giant bug buzzing behind me. That was kind of scary. Are you over 18? Yes, I'm 20. What is your favorite color? The better question is, what is not a color that I like? There's I mean, I'm a firm believer in the fact that there is not really very many other ugly colors. There's only wrong ways to use colors, and that's, you know, coming from an artistic standpoint. But if I had to pinpoint a specific color that is my favorite, I'd say probably like red. But like I said, I don't exactly have a favorite color. Are you gay? No. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not in specific. Pizza or mushrooms? I like pizza and mushrooms. Of course, pizza always wins over mushrooms because mushrooms is not, you know, that's more of like a topping or a side dish. But if I had to pick between pizza or mushrooms, I'd pick mushrooms on pizza. Mushrooms is a pretty good pizza topping. It's not one of my favorites, but it is a pretty good pizza topping. If you want to know my favorite pizza toppings, it's actually like pepperoni and pineapple. Make fun of me if you want, but pineapple is one of the best pizza toppings ever. I do not care. Fight me, okay? Fight me. I don't care. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Yeah, I said it. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a wood... Sorry. I almost had it there. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? There we go. I did it. Considering woodchuck would be in the name, I'd say quite a lot of wood. Probably quite a lot of wood. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start doing content creation? I've kind of, you know, mentioned this a little bit earlier, but pretty much just making videos that people want to see. People think that like there's some big secret to it, like you put something specific in your description or you put specific tags in the video. There's not really much you can do SEO wise, but I will add a fact that in terms of SEO, the most important thing is your description. If you want SEO tips, the description, put keywords in the description. Well, don't put straight up keywords. Don't put like keyword, comma, because that's technically against YouTube's terms of service. But, you know, like write a description out about like the game you're playing or whatever the topic is, and, you know, take words from that and paste it into your tags. Yeah, the description is the best thing SEO wise that you can do for your videos. Also, make sure your thumbnails are on point. Thumbnails are the number 2 thing that determines views on a video. Number 1 thing is the video idea. If your video idea sucks, then nobody's gonna watch the video. And then second, if your thumbnail sucks, then no one's gonna watch the video. For example, I've seen awesome video ideas that got views with bad thumbnails, but I've never seen a video with a bad idea and a good thumbnail get views, pretty much. How long have you been playing Roblox, and was your channel always Roblox? Okay, this is actually a little bit interesting, right? So I've been playing Roblox since 2012. 2012. Now, my main account I made in 2014. I had another account before that that got hacked or stolen or deleted, or I don't know what happened to it, but my main account I've been playing on since 2014. Before that, I've been playing since 2012. So I've been playing Roblox for 13 years, I think. 13 or 14 years. And my channel actually wasn't always Roblox. I first started this channel as a Minecraft channel, and of course I mentioned before, Minecraft is a super oversaturated market. So when I started making Roblox videos, I saw better numbers, and I didn't look back ever since. And when I eventually stuck onto Phantom Forces, things started to work out, and it just kind of worked from there. What has inspired you to make content and led you here today? I'm a small content creator, and I'm trying my best. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, my inspirations for doing videos, you know, I saw videos from other creators that I enjoyed making, and I wanted to have a creative outlet myself. And you know, like I mentioned before, just make videos that people want to see, make videos that people like to see, make your thumbnails good, make your video ideas good, and things will work out in your favor. I'm a huge fan, Fantix, and my only question is, have you ever smelled Nasni's armpits in the lobby? Because if you haven't, then you are missing out, man. Go try it out now. It will send you to heaven. I mean, it will feel like heaven. It smells so good. Get out. Get out. I'm being serious. Leave. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but oh, okay. That's actually like every time I do a Q&A, I get stupid questions like that, and I actually get a good giggle out of it. I get a hee hee ha ha. I get a tee hee out of it. What's your favorite band and what's your favorite song from that band? Yeah, as I said, my favorite bands are like, if I had to pinpoint a specific one, I'd say Alice in Chains and Pink Floyd. My favorite Pink Floyd song is A Great Gig in the Sky, and my favorite song from Alice in Chains is Don't Follow on the Nutshell album. What is your favorite color and book series? I mentioned my favorite color before, but my favorite book series, you know, I'm not really a big reader. If I had to pick a specific book series, I'd probably say A Series of Unfortunate Events, maybe. I know I read several. I haven't read the whole series, but I read several of those back when I was a kid. But you know, like I said, I don't really read books all that much. I mean, I'm a content creator. Like, you know, I don't make, you know, most content creators aren't exactly book readers, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's all the questions. If I didn't get around to your question in specific, it's because I kind of answered it in another comment. So yeah, thank you guys for the questions, and I have no idea what I'm going to do next in this video, but let's move on to that segment, whatever it is. So that's actually all I have for today, so please be sure to stay tuned for more Rivals videos. I know this one was a little different today, so if it wasn't quite your thing, then that's alright. We're gonna go back to normal Rivals videos the day after tomorrow, maybe. It depends. My schedule's kind of swamped for the next few days, but yeah, thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. It's so unreal to say that, bro. It doesn't feel real at all, I can't lie. I was hoping to like see it happen live, but it happened while I was asleep, so that was kind of sad. But yeah, subscribe. I'm giving away 20 skin cases for 125,000 subscribers, so yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.